Hey guys, this is Maya from TradeLabs, and in today's video we're going to do a recap of the gold forex trading market and what happened in today's charts. So if you're curious about the biggest moves, the most powerful ones, and basically what were the proper setups for today's market, then stick around and let's jump right into the video. Welcome back guys, this is Maya from TradeLabs, and like I mentioned in the intro, today we're gonna review the biggest moves in the gold forex trading market, and especially one trade which seemed to be the most important trade or trend of today's gold forex trading market. It was a really powerful move, really intense battle between the bulls and the bears, which definitely the bulls have won today. So if you're curious about the deets of it and how I place my setups in today's market, then stick around and let's get into the charts. Okay guys, so what you're seeing on the screen here is just one of the biggest trends of today's gold forex trading market that we definitely need to have a look at and unpack the actual details of the market, how I place my setup, what are my usual, let's say, steps when I'm jumping in one of these trends, and what was the actual potential of it, which you'll be surprised of. Now what you're seeing on screen, this is the momentum trading indicator, which is a proprietary indicator created by us here at TradeLabs, so you can get the kind of level of information and data as clear as possible, so you don't need to spend time trying to investigate squiggly charts and really confusing indicators which gets you nowhere. You're more likely wasting time that you can spend actual trading by trying to understand those charts, where we have these kinds of tools nowadays which pretty much serves you on a plate what you need in order to trade and be confident in your trading choices. Now if we were to review the whole market for today, you would see that the actual market has started to fall down. Just before yesterday's closure of the market, it started to fall down until roughly 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it started to grow up. As you can see now, it's still on an ongoing bullish trend, which definitely will most likely end at some point, but definitely this green bullish trend is what we are going to look at today specifically, because this seems to be one of the biggest trends of today and potentially one that all the traders would have most likely looked at during today's trading hours. Now what you're seeing here as green and red areas, these represent the direction of the market and the market movement, and this is where the momentum trading indicator comes in really handy to help you, because this indicator basically goes into really fine detail and it's really good at predicting the direction of the market, which, let me know what you think, but this is exactly what any kind of trader in the market is actually looking for. Now, this little blue arrow is the moment where the momentum trading indicator has notified me of the starting point of the trend change. So this is basically when all the traders could have potentially jumped in on the trade itself. Now, if we were to consider the actual safety points of this trade, I would go in and measure my stop loss, and by that I mean I would just go to the very start or beginning of the trend and I would go lower with a few pips just to make sure that I'm being safe. So roughly, let's say around here, and I will just gonna drag it out so it's clearly visible. This would be my usual stop loss, this would be my limit, where hopefully the market would not pass it. Now as we can see, the market didn't actually pass by the time that the market direction has changed, which is of course good news for me, but definitely this is a safety point that you need to take into consideration whenever you're doing any kind of trade, and you most likely already know that, but I'm just going to remind you guys. Now if we were to consider the actual potential behind this trade that we are seeing here, definitely we are looking at the highest and the lowest points of the trade in order to calculate the potential that lies behind it. And here where the momentum trading indicator has run its notification, let's say, this is where potentially everybody would have jumped in. And this happened roughly at 8 o'clock in the morning, which was roughly at a price point of 18.28. Now this little bad boy run all the way until roughly here, where the momentum trading indicator has notified us of another starting point of a trend change in the gold forex trading market, and this happened roughly at 10 o'clock. Went over quite a few price levels and stopped here. Now the actual highest point of this trade was roughly around 18.49. Now if you do the actual math behind it, you would be left with roughly 21 points. In order to get your pips, you need to multiply by 100 and you would get the number of pips that this actually means. Now in our case, we have 21 points multiplied by 100, and we have a really intense 2,100 potential pips in the gold forex trading market into one go. But definitely it's really not bad of a choice, especially when we are talking about the potential of over 2,000 pips. This is really good to have and really welcomed. Now this brings gold back to its normal state of 1850, so really curious about what's going to happen next in the gold forex trading market, especially now that it seems gold has been stabilized itself. Okay guys, so that was it for today's video. I hope you found it useful, informative, and definitely some really good points to take home and practice in your own kind of trades. In today's video, we definitely reviewed the gold forex trading market, what happened, what were the biggest trends, and this particular one that we had a look at was a insane potential of 2,100 potential pips into just that one single trade. Not bad, really curious about what's going to happen next in the gold forex trading market, and definitely if you have something like the momentum trading indicator to help you get into those trades and notify you of these trades early on before you actually lose them, then it's going to be useful in your trading day. Speaking of which, if you'd like to try our new trend trading indicator, then click the link below and sign up for a free trial. That being said, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, you guys, and found it informative and really good for you and your trading skills. If you did, then don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if you're not already, please consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button down below. That's it from me today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.